Hi there, my name is Katinka. I'm the seamstress at the cottage and welcome back. Today I'm going to talk about my summer collection for 2024. Let me introduce you to my collection called Ocean Breeze. Ocean Breeze was a collection that was born while traveling on the coast of South Africa. I first was on the East Coast and then I went to Cape Town, and all the colors inspired me, and that meant that when I bought fabric, it was fabric that was the colors of the ocean. And then I had some colors in my stash that I had to or wanted to make up. So in my summer plans for 2024 video, I'll put a link, I speak about all the things that I want to make, and there's like 8 patterns that I showed you. So one of them was the free bucket hat from Mood Fabrics. So the bucket hat from Mood Fabrics is actually really a nice pattern, but with me not having hair, I found it too big. I like a hat to sit quite tight around my head because if the wind blows, then I don't go flying. So I changed the pattern and I made it smaller, but while I was doing that, I did not take into consideration that the height also needs to come down if I make the circumference smaller. So I just kept going and I made this hat. It was a mission, but a lot of fun, and I'm glad I made it out of denim because it keeps its sturdiness. But I look like something, like a pilgrim of some sort when I put it on. So I don't think I'm going to keep this one. This part is just too high and I don't like the way it looks. And that means that I can almost not see from underneath. It's supposed to sit there. But then this needs to go down about 2 centimeters. And there's just no way I can do that because this was cut out for that size. And if you go down, it gets wider. So I'm just going to give this hat away to somebody I know who would really like this type of hat. Then I spoke to you about the Be Mine balloon sleeve top. And I made it out of this beautiful anglaise. I love how it came out. I went according to the measurements on the pattern. It's a bit big though. I should have gone a size down, or actually 2 sizes down from what I had. I think I cut it on an 18 on the shoulders and a 22 on the hips, and I could have gotten away with a 16 on the shoulders and an 18 on the hips. So I did change my pattern for next time. Then I used that same pattern, and there's this bow top at the moment that's doing the rounds, and everybody is crazy about it. The Ghanese top. It looks like that. And I have been looking at this top. There's like a pattern by Fabric Godmother, yes, called the Fleur Dress and Blouse. And I've been looking at it and been wanting to make one ever since I saw it the first time. And so I used my Be Mine balloon sleeve top because I didn't have enough fabric to cut another one. And I used all the scraps to make my peplum, and I made my own version of it, and I love it. I think it is so beautiful. Again, sadly, it's a bit big. I might go back and make it smaller, or I might just wear it like that because I do like my clothes big. And then there was the Butterick shirt pattern. I'll put the name in and a photo of it. And this, I'm not crazy about it. Firstly, I think I've used the wrong fabric. This fabric, it's one of those crinkle viscose, and it's beautiful. But with this top, it just made this frill around the neck stand really funny. I had to redo the hem about 2 or 3 times. In the end, I ended up doing a roll hem. It's okay, but it's not my favorite. And I'll wear it because it's nice and it's cool. And I've made it, so I have to wear it. But it's definitely not one I will make again. Then I used the mole dress from Mood Patterns. It's a free pattern. Love the neckline. That's like square. And I made a sleeveless version. These have a nice big puffy sleeve, which is stunning, and it's oversized. But for me, I used pleats for the skirt. I gave it pockets because you always need pockets. I lined the top because this fabric that I got, it's a shirting fabric and it's cotton and it's really see-through. So I'll wear a petticoat with this, but I just love this dress. I think it's beautiful and I'm sure I'm going to wear it a lot. And then this, I first showed you this fabric when I showed you my spring plans. Never got around to it because I started traveling. And so I finally sat down and I made it in, oh, I've got the name, I'll put it in. And I hate it. So you're supposed to cut, the first one is rounded, the part, and for the skirt part, and then the rest is just plain frills. And I worked it out that there was enough to do 4 because I wanted it long. So this one comes to just above my calf, which is not a nice length for me. And then what I did was, each one was bigger than the previous one. But I made a mistake when I cut it out. Instead of just cutting one front and one back, because I only had 1.5 meters of each of these fabrics, I cut out 2 fronts and 2 backs, and then that was it. So I had to continue with that, and all of them were cut in on the front and the back pattern, which is curved. And then I didn't get enough fabric out, and now it's kind of poofy. I love these pockets though. I like the sleeve, but I do not like how the fabrics play together. I wish I just bought 3 meters of this and just made the whole dress in that. I like the pattern, and I think it would be really stunning if I make it the way they say you should make it and just add another frill at the bottom, or just make the tiers wider, because I think this stripy thing does not work. I am going to wear it. Oh yes, and the pattern also have like a mandarin collar, but this I want to wear in summer, and apparently it's a flippin' hot where I'm going to. So I don't want things close to my neck. But I think if I make it for autumn, I might make that collar. So overall, I like how it fit. I like the pattern, but I do not like the fabrics that I chose. And I'm going to wear it, and if I really don't like it, then I'm going to cut it off here and turn it into a skirt. Because I think as a skirt, it could work. It's just a bit much as a dress. But I'm going to wear it and see what I feel about it after a while. And then there was the Le Franc pattern that I went about. I was writing lyrics about it in my last one. So I made a mock-up. I made it in white, and out of some poly cotton that I had in my stash. And then I put it, there were some stains on it and some marks. So I put it in the sink and I left it overnight. And the sink, the plug in the sink had rust on it. And I ended up with rust marks on this dress. Devastated, tell you, devastated. So I went ahead and I took some red and orange dye, mixed the two, and it gave me this color, which I kind of like, but I am not really, I love the pattern. Definitely going to make the pattern. I had to make a few adjustments. I'll speak about that when I do the final version of it in my beautiful blue and white fabric. This one I gave to a friend. She let me use it for my video, and then it's going to go back to her. But I do love the Le Franc one. It is stunning, but ultimately, if you want the look of the Silver Sage one, go and buy it. It is expensive, but I had to make quite a few adjustments to the pattern, which I will speak about, to get that look. So this one is the original Le Franc one, and then I've changed my pattern, so now it's ready to make my dress. And this one will go to my friend. And then I spoke about the white pants that I wanted to make, but I first wanted to try it as a mock-up. So I had like pieces of denim all over the show, which was not big, like pieces. And so I took those pieces and I made shorts out of it. So it's not exactly the same. I think you can see it there. But I love the end results. These pants are awesome. I'll also put a photo of the pattern. The pants is Simplicity 9471. And I am so impressed with this. It did run a little bit small. I think in the end I cut the size that I was, and then I had to like make it very small seams, which is not a problem because being in South Africa, I've been eating like a little pig. So now it's time to just eat normal again, and I've been dropping the weight that I've gained here. So by the time I start wearing this, it fits me now, but I would like it a bit looser. So what I love about this pattern is this detail, and then these pockets are really so easy and so nice to do. And I love that part. It is just so beautiful. But then the best part of it's got an elastic in the back. And that makes it fit me like a charm. Now, I am quite straight, my build. And Usually the patterns, if they fit me around my waist, they are too big around my hips. And so with this one, it actually fits everywhere. I'm definitely going to make 110 more pairs of shorts and pants and everything else. Maybe not, maybe just 2 or 3. But yes, I love this pattern. Will recommend it to anyone who's built more like an apple or not pear shape. This is the pattern to go with. It is stunning. And then lastly, I made a skirt, and it's out of linen, and I think it is stunning. Pockets, of course. And the skirt pattern I used was McCall's 7906. And that skirt have buttons down the front and then just pleats right around. I didn't want the buttons down the front. I hate making buttonholes. And I already have a button-down skirt, and it always pulls on my tummy. And then you have to make an invisible button to the inside, and I just didn't want to bother with that. So I gave it the pleats and just gave it another pleat in the front where the buttons were going to go. But then to get it on and off, I left out one pleat in the back and I gave it elastic, like that. And it fits so nicely. And I just love the overall look. It is plain and simple and classical, and I think it's the perfect way to make a linen skirt. And that has been all of the things that I've made for my summer collection for 2024. I would love to see what you make, so if you can tag me on Instagram, I'm at Katinka Ponders, or if you just mention in the comments which of these patterns you've made and what you thought about them. I would really love to hear more about that. I'm sure there are people out there who read the comments because of the patterns that's mentioned to see what people think about it. I was also very impressed with these 2 machines. They worked through 8 layers of denim. There's a video where I give you my honest review on this brother and the Singer Heavy Duty, and you can go to it now.